Hey, you guys, welcome back to our channel. Um, Welcome all subscribers, old and new. For those who don't know, my name is Goiti. Um, I'm Haitian. My husband is Jamaican, hence the Jamaitians. So, you guys, we are living out here in Tanzania, going on 3 years now. And this channel will be about just, finding your happy, um, trying to find your peace and staying within your peace as well. And living the type of life you want to have, whether it's a softer life, whether it's, just more of a, toned down type of lifestyle, then this channel's for you. So, guys, last time we spoke, okay, um, we talked about the content about, what's going to be going on in this channel, but as well as what has happened to this channel. If you haven't seen that video, it's right in the description box below. So go check that one out. Um, but yeah, you guys, so those things are still, happening. We're still going through some hard things right now, uh, some emotional things for me as well. But, so a couple of nights ago, I was speaking to my older brother, who's in the States, along with my younger brother, who they don't live in the same state, but they were there together, handling that family issue I, briefly discussed with you guys. But yeah, so this man, this sibling of mine, he's 3 years older, and our family, we're like, we're a little bit of a roasters, we're a little bit of, jokes, all the time, and we're a little bit nonchalant. Uh, so he was talking about, so your husband, your Jamaican husband, that took you out of the states. And I'm like, yeah, no more microwave food for me. No, 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 right? He took you out the states to bring you to Africa to live the kind of life he's used to, as if we're not Haitian, as if we don't know nothing about that lifestyle, right? He's like, and I know in Africa, they're all about the natural stuff and the stones, the woods and all this other stuff, right? Just random things, right? And he was like, and they do, they put natural things in their hair and in their face and yada yada. So what vending machine did you get this from? I was like, what? But you guys, it cracked me up, and it was very much needed to lighten up my mood. Um, Obviously, we're still going through what we're going through, but it's nice to, it was nice to get that laughter. It was nice to lift my spirits up in that way. There's nothing like being roasted by your family, right? So, but yeah, you guys, a lot of times, especially for me, like, when you're kind of introverted and you're around surroundings that you're not familiar with, you're still learning to put your guard down and let other people come in and become more friendly and yada yada. Whether that's hard for you or not, it's good to sometimes reach out to those who are like-minded with you and or familiar with you and who are gonna uplift your spirits, and because honestly, guys, this world is all about energy. It is all about energy. Like the more positive energy that you put out there, the better it is for everyone, right? So that was a much needed phone call, despite the circumstances. But yeah, so yeah, so and it got me thinking too. There's a lot of things that we grow up with that sometimes they're healthy things and that can uplift our spirits and do the great things for us, but also there are things that we grew up with, and you have to determine whether those things for you, because not for it has to be for you, you guys, because you're the only you, right? So if something is off for me, it does not mean it's gonna be off for you. And if something is to you, if you consider something a generational curse, for someone else, it's a blessing. Okay, and because I do hear that term a lot, and I do feel like it's not something that I mean, there's certain things that's obviously just a curse. Like I feel like one thing for me that I'll share, I do feel like I broke the bleh. I broke the generational curse of having a good marriage. You know what I mean? I don't feel like I was always surrounded around good marriages, and that's just my truth. And I do feel like I've set an example and I've changed that dynamic for my daughter and my children, and I do feel that, because going back, like, I don't feel that it was the marriages that I've been around, whether it be aunts, uncles, my parents, those were the kind of marriages that I wanted, And so I'm glad that I'm able to be within a marriage now that I won't mind somebody else looking up to. You know what I mean? But yeah, so another thing I feel like in terms of this channel, obviously, and in terms of what we're talking about, a happier life, is I feel I want to phrase my words carefully because I don't want anyone to come off thinking that I'm talking about being lazy or anything of that nature. But I do feel like, especially with the Caribbeans and especially with immigrants or whatever term you want to use, we are hard workers. Okay, like there was, I don't know if it's so much so now, but back in the day there was always that constant, you know joke where, oh, all Jamaicans gonna have 5,000 jobs, or the Haitians are gonna take all the you know time and a halves, and you know what I mean, like, and I feel like that's something that's kind of like put into us, and that goes way back, child. That goes way back, I believe, within slavery and everything else, and we're not gonna go that far back, but I do feel like, because think about it, like if you have, how many of your friends, if you're, especially if you're like from the islands or whatever, how many of your friends pretty much were latchkey kids, especially in my generation. My friend, my BFF up to this day, she was a latchkey kid. You know what I mean? Because her mom worked, all the time. My mom worked all the time. That's how we learned how to cook. That's because we had to, pick up the slack within the household. You know what I mean? And that's not a bad thing at all, by no means. That's great responsibility. Even now, like my kids, like, yeah, y'all better go do what you gotta do. Like, learn something. You know what I mean? Like, they have to clean, they have to cook, they have to pick up these things. But at the same time, you know, um, it was always, they were never without a job. And that's a great thing. But were they happy? Were they actually living their best lives? And I do feel like there has to be some kind of a balance. you know um, there's people that have died just have never taken a vacation. You know what I mean? And that is not, for me, that is not healthy living. That is not a happy. We have this one body we have to take care of, okay, and it needs rest. It needs rest. Okay, we have this one life here on this planet for now, um, and I feel like, that's that I do feel like that is a generational curse. I honestly feel like, okay, yes, there's responsibility. Yes, you have to work hard for the things you want. Um, but are you really working for the things you want? Or are you just working to pay bills, more bills, more bills, future bills? You know what I mean? And that's why I feel blessed. I feel blessed that I'm able to live out here to Tanzania. I'm not on anybody's schedule. I'm not in anybody's, Granted, I always felt like I've always felt like, I if I'm not happy, I'm not sticking around. And that was especially so when it came in terms of work, and like I have to feel comfortable. I have to be you know what I mean? Like I can't just be doing stuff just because you're gonna give me a check at the end of the month. week or whatever it may be. Like if I'm not, in a good surroundings, and that's just me, you guys. But still, like that's important. Like if you're not happy, why do something? If your goals aren't being met, and those goals include your happiness, why why? Yes, we have children. Yes, we have to take care of. There are ways to go, and I say this respectfully. I know there's single moms out there. I know there's a lot of you guys are still in the states, and you have to follow these state guidelines and do things certain ways and yada yada. I truly understand that, and I know that not everybody has the means to just up and go and leave a job. I totally get that, but there has to be a little bit of a balance. You have to leave a little bit of room for yourself, put some joy into your life. you know um you can't always feel like, I have to take that extra double shift. I have to. No, you have to live your life. You have to truly live your life and feel and be happy, and the joy has to come from within, you guys. Like there's no amount of money that you can money, more problems, like they say. Okay? And it's the truth. It's the truth. But you have to figure out ways in which, since you have to do these things, you have to go to work, you have to um, pay these bills, you have to do this and that and the other. You There has to be a way where you could have to make yourself happy. Okay? And I do feel like that hard life, that hard living, it's only going to, in the end, you start having health issues, you start, feeling bitter. We have to do better for ourselves so we can do better for others. That's all I'm saying. Um, I'm grateful for the opportunity to be able to just, enjoy life more. And as hard as it is, because I grew up in such a, work mode type of, you know, atmosphere, and, you know, how Haitians, what you just sitting around for? What you you have to be always doing something. You always have to be on the go, 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 and it's so hard sometimes to move away from that. And I think that's a lot of times why some people can't get with Arusha per se, because Arusha is the more laid back vibe intensity. Yeah. Of course, you have Dar and Zanzibar, any of the more go 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 places, but Arusha is like mellow, y'all. It's really mellow. You guys, I don't know if you've seen this before, but just love my mug. I love my mug. It has the like sweater type details on it. It's so pretty. I had like a mini like mug collection back in the States, and obviously it was I left behind. It's still it's still, with somebody that's taking care of them. I don't know how they're gonna get here, but I'm going to restart my collection because I do love a good mug, and these are nice and big. And hubby got two of them, so, and I think these are on like 3,000. So that's like in the States, that's like less than 150. Okay, and these are really big and nice, and I'm excited to start my collection again. But yeah, uh, yeah, you guys. Hey, I didn't even drink any, did I? But yeah, you guys. So I feel like that's the one of the main reasons why I want a softer life for myself, and that's my goal every day, to do something for myself, to do because self care, health is important. Just to do things for yourself, and to uh if you have tasks, are you sure you need to do those certain tasks? If so, get them out the way, and and just try to be a little bit more easy on yourself and on your body and on your brain. And, it's like I said, I know it's not always the easy thing to do. Uh, but I hope that we care enough about ourselves to aim to do that, you know? Um, let's see, guys. So, yeah, I hope that, that you guys are choosing yourselves, you know, as well as, as much as you choose anything else. Like, yeah, my kids are so important to me, obviously, but in the long run, I my aim for a softer life and less stress is so I could be around for longer for them. You know what I mean? Like all that stuff, all that extra, things that don't really truly matter, that's just adding more stress to your life. And what was the point when all you want to do was do things for your kids and do things for your significant other and for your health comes first. And I truly believe that a softer life compared to a harder life is so much better for your health. And that's what I gotta say about that. Like, I don't want to stress. I don't want to stress, okay? And if you think that means I'm being lazy, well, call me what you want, but I don't want to stress. And granted, there are people in life, and my husband is one, who strive, not strive, wrong word. They thrive off of work, 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 work. Like that man is sitting down, and I guess that makes us a perfect little balance because I'll give him some work to do. Like so, and that's okay if that's what you truly want and love and like to do. So I'm not saying, oh, stop working and stop doing all this extra stuff. If it's something you truly love to do, like I like to create, I love doing those kind of things. Like I don't want to have to answer to anyone. Like alleviate the things you really don't want to do. Alleviate them the best way you can. Okay, and you'll start to feel so much better about everything. Your life, your surroundings, wherever you are. You don't have to be in Tanzania. Okay, you don't have to have a mansion. You don't have to have all your ducks in a row. Just take one small thing that you don't want to do. One small thing you don't want to do. Shoot, look, I ain't doing no damn dishes. I'm not doing no dang dishes. And right now, you guys, I don't have a Dada Wakazi, a house girl. So it's not like I can go tell her to go do everything, whatever. Like, no, I got grown kids. Well, they're grown. I got kids that know how to do dishes, okay? And they need to learn. So there you go. Like, alleviate some things. You can definitely delegate. You know how to delegate because that's delegate, darn it. Like, take some time for yourself, okay? While that's getting done, you know, just sit down, relax. You know, it's okay to relax. I give you permission. It's okay to relax. Okay? So don't feel like you always have to be on the go. It's not fair. It's not fair. And I wish there were, when my mom was around, I wish that, I don't think social media was hot like that when she was around. No, it was not. It was not. But she would have listened anyway. Those island parents, they gotta make that coin by any means necessary. But and it's a great thing. It's a great thing. But you can't but you have to take the positive away from the negative. You can't throw the baby out with the bathwater. By no means, and I do like that saying, you guys. You have to, take what's good from that and use it and cherish it and pass it on. But the negative things that, of always like work, 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 like our bodies were not meant to do all that. Like our bodies were meant to rest as well. Otherwise, why is there sleep? So yeah, you guys, we definitely have to think about those things. Think about ways we could have a softer life, and implement them. You know, little by little, you have to be able to enjoy being relaxed. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you guys are finding ways to put a smile on your face. I hope you guys are feeling happy and loved, and that you are definitely finding ways to have a softer life. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.